Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
Hi,
Hey, Karen.
everybody. Hey, Laurel. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here again for another awesome week of news and updates. Happy holidays and welcome to the News and Update Show. It's our fourth year bringing you the news that impacts AltSpace VR, lives, and community. You know, you'd think, Laurel, that after 4 years we'd run out of news, but it just keeps coming.
It does. We are, it just coming and coming and coming. All right. We are beginning the holiday season here in AltSpace VR. It seems so strange. It feels like winter was here 2 minutes ago and spring was here a minute later, doesn't it? It's just like,
It
it's
sure
just
does.
insane. It's moving just too fast, but we are still here. We are bringing you the news from around the AltSpace VR community, no matter the season or the weather.
Yeah, and I guess it's true that time flies when you're an avatar having too much fun.
Yes, it does.
So, News and Updates is produced, as you know, by our awesome and wonderful producer, Mark, the genius who started this show 4 years ago with a desire to give back to the community that gave him so much more. Thank you, Mark, for all that you do for so many of us.
Now, yay, Mark.
Yay, Mark.
We do not work for AltSpace VR, but we are very passionate about the news from within and around our community to make it a better place. With news out this week about the intentional harm that Facebook Meta continues to promote, we are for the community that is existing and beginning on Horizon Worlds that's opening this past week to all Quest users. We are so proud of our community and its determination to protect and defend its culture of tolerance and respect. It is because of your courage and faith that we keep bringing you the news and work with you to continue this amazing community for AltSpace VR.
Thanks for saying that, Laurel. That is so true. We do this because we love it and we love our community. So let's get this party started with some quick news from in and around the AltSpace VR community and beyond. Well, if you haven't seen it already, the surge is here. The after Black Friday surge in AltSpace VR new users is here. They're coming into AltSpace VR in droves, with many arriving from outside the United States as much as within. Have you visited the campfire lately? Our team has been dropping in to check it out, and slowly we're seeing the dialogue shift and change as our community and community helpers are stepping up to clean it up, so to speak. It's not about fighting back, it's about inclusion, making sure that everyone is welcome, even the ones who need a little etiquette lesson. Thanks to everyone for taking that extra step to help out in the campfire and info zones.
So it's etiquette that they need, right?
Yep.
In my world, be a slap upside the head, but an etiquette works too. An etiquette lesson works really well.
Well, you know, it's kind of like in real life. You learn where how to behave depending on the venue or where you are, right? If you're with a really close
Absolutely.
group of friends, maybe you get a little crazy. But, you know, if you're in a different environment, you act differently. So, and I don't know why it's so hard for people to get that through their head in VR, but it seems to be.
And in fact, we create our own reality for feet. Here, virtual reality, and we do reality. That's very true. So, news is out that Bay Meta Horizons, and it is open. Unfortunately, it's garden to all two users. I don't even think Rift access it anymore. And the one users, I feel like I need those wah, 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 wah sound effects here. Uh, January, explore, and the door is closed. Headset, literally, her set itself up to be a headset platform for now, which is really sad. Hopefully, they'll open the doors to other headsets sooner rather than later. That's a word, right? Laterer?
It is now.
I like it. It's a good word.
Laurel, I don't know if you, is anybody having trouble hearing Laurel? Can you send up some sad faces if you are?
Yeah, they are. All right, I will re-enter
Okay.
again. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So it was also announced this week that the latest release of the Oculus SDK includes experimental features called spatial anchors. Sound familiar? Allowing the Quest to use points of reference in your room that persist between sessions. These are similar to the Microsoft Azure anchor points developed for Microsoft Mesh, mixed reality, and VR, as found in the enterprise version of AltSpace VR in development.
Now they all, hopefully my audio will be better at least for the next 2 minutes. They also announced the release of the Voice SDK API that will allow developers to add voice controls, speaking of which, to their games and apps. It includes support for automatic speech recognition, includes 50 built-in intense entities and traits, whatever that is, and comes with a Unity plugin to facilitate interaction, which could mean that this might be included in future updates for AltSpace VR and world building. Hey, we can dream, right?
Yep, we sure can. The winner for the best VR AR game at the Game Awards 2021 was Resident Evil 4 VR. Available only on the Quest 2, it beat out Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo 2, and Sniper Elite VR. It's interesting that the category was originally not dedicated to VR or AR, but all the nominees were VR games. So they changed the award title to differentiate it from the video and 2D games. Very interesting. I see a trend here.
You think? All right. There were also 2 surprise announcements during the awards, which were panned Okay, I was going to say fairly, but seriously heavily by critics and fans, unfortunately. However, Beat Saber announced that they're adding a new DLC pack with Lady Gaga music. Yes, I love this, including her pop songs Bad Romance, Born This Way, Paparazzi, Poker Face, and The Edge of Glory. Okay, so that I really working out to those, you're gonna get a workout. I
Mhm.
love that. They are available for about 13 US dollars and euros. They're doing the same for euros as dollars as a pack, or $2 or €2 per song. Now, in Alt Space, there's a lot of sitting or just standing still that happens with avatars. So having the counter of something like Beat Saber to work out, it's just about balance. It's just about balance, man.
Isn't that the truth? It was also announced that the popular game Among Us is coming to VR on the Quest Store and other VR stores. This party game in outer space continues to have players keep their spaceship in working order as one or more of the crew are secret imposters, sabotaging and killing off the crew, with everyone accusing each other and trying to eject imposters from the airlock. Nobody is above suspicion. Have you played it? This should be a fun game in VR. I've played it with a group of friends here from AltSpace, and of course, I always am the first one to get killed, but it's a lot of fun. So, um, actually, not that game, but it was in VR chat. So it'll be interesting to see the difference between the actual app and what they have in VR chat, because the experience in VR chat is actually very good.
Cool. It will be interesting. But isn't that interesting that it's made that transition across? That's really cool. I
It
love
sure
it.
is.
Now, while we're on the subject of gaming and esports, it's that time of year when the pros, the genius sporting experts, step out from behind the shadows, behind their desks and their monitors to compete against the best in the world. It's the Financial Modeling World Cup competition this week, where top Excel scorers and wizards battle it out the esports way to solve some of the toughest Excel case studies ever, complete with a leaderboard and play-by-play commentary, including a color commentary, whatever that means. Currently, Diarumud Early of Early Days Consulting is the top modeler with 11,700 points, just above Think Matrix employee Anup Agwal. We wish this exciting esports game was being streamed into AllSpace VR so we could hang on every exciting minute, but you can catch it on ESPN this weekend. I love
Oh,
it.
I'm glad you read that part, Laurel, because I have to say that a whole thing sounded like a foreign language to me. So I
Oh,
don't know
well, just the
anything about
names. I know.
esports, but
I love the idea of honestly, I'm so tired of things like universities and colleges being built literally on the back of football and basketball and all those things. It's about time they start being built on the back of brains. And so I love this idea of Excel being a sport. Excel spreadsheets, make them into sports. It's kind of cool. So,
so this actually has to do with an Excel spreadsheet.
yes. These are
Oh,
people, they're competing. They're given a case study and they have to, within like 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, they have to do a 1 to 5 page Excel spreadsheet answer to it, whatever that looks like. And so I can
oh,
just see, all right, he's moving to cell B26. And now he's entering in the following code. We're summing blah, blah, and doing a query for blah, blah. And so I just,
oh,
I
that's
want to
pretty
see it.
cool. I
I
will have
think
to
it's
look
very
at that.
cool.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know what the esports was, but I have to look into that.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
it's this weekend. Check it out.
Okay, I'll do that. So the latest news from the AR and VR industry reports show that the aerospace and defense industries are investing even more than predicted in immersive technology internationally. Projections in the United States in 2018 were that the global use of AR and VR in these military-related industries would reach 5.8 billion by 2026. They are now estimating that number might double. Microsoft, Google, Unity, HTC, Samsung, Facebook Meta, NVIDIA, and others are investing heavily in contracts to the military and aerospace industries.
So exciting. NASA is working with AR technology developed by Lockheed Martin for construction of the Orion spacecraft. And by engineers, they're using AR to investigate and address technical issues like wiring and design things. The more these companies embrace immersive tech, the better it improves as the technology it will and it does trickle down to consumers. Really exciting.
Yay. That is exciting. While not something we normally report on, we're also excited about the announcement from Pantone, the company behind all the color palettes in our Paint and Pixels, that the Very Perry is the 2022 color of the year. Look for this lavender color to begin showing up in many virtual world builds, as Pantone claims that it is a color to renew our spirits and restore our connection to nature with these soft purple and green pastel collections.
I think it's cool.
I do too.
It's beautiful.
It's very
So,
beautiful, very
oh,
pretty.
it is. I think it's kind of, it's about time. The color to
Mhm.
renew our spirits. I love that. On to Altspace VR news. Now, an update arrived a few days ago, a little later than we expected, but it was so welcome. The update included a hot fix for the World Infos button. Yes, it allows users to click on worlds and learn more about them and create portals again. Yes.
Yay.
Oh, my goodness. It also fixed the diagnostics panel in the world editor, the event editing bug that caused a category not selected error, and the gallery menu is all fixed, so it opens in another window. We are thrilled at these improvements and the response of staff to fix them when so many have been on vacation over the past month or so. Vacations long deserved as they've been delayed in some cases for over a year as or more as the staff continues to work mostly remotely from home.
And another little piece of nice news here. For those of you who found great joy and magic bringing friends to learn how to fly in the animated Christmas world by Chris Dungeon Master 146, rejoice that it is back. Created for Christmas 2019, this magical world features snow falling down on our faces as we avoid being run over by Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer in a sleigh out of control, dancing around the many dancing flowers, candy canes, Santas, and elves, and flying around the colorful world, chasing balloons full of presents. Thank you to Chris for bringing it back to life after the ERP update.
Oh, if you have a chance, go check it out. You can't be depressed in that world. It's not possible. So it just isn't possible. It's just beautiful. And he is still working on it. So if you find anything that is buggy, please check out the world building channel in the Altspace Discord and let him know. An event featured in the Altspace in an event this week featured an image from the Altspace history here of our old avatars. Wow. Remember, I mean, some of you have no idea what we're talking about. For the rest of us, we remember these. We want to take a moment to step back through time to remember where we were before June 2020. Wow. Don't these avatars bring back memories?
Boy, they
It's
sure
just,
do. And remember how sad we were when we when we were
oh,
going to
yes.
the new ones? Oh, we didn't know how to go ahead with the change. We just didn't
I
want to lose our
know.
old avatars. But
It
here
was
we
tough.
are. It was tough. It was tough. Change is not always easy, but we have to be prepared in this ever evolving, quick changing technology world that we find ourselves in. So in early 2019, Altspace VR announced that it'd be remodeling Altspace VR from the inside out, including our avatars, to be more compliant with the controlling nature of Facebook and the Oculus Store requirements. The staff spent over 6 months meeting with the community repeatedly to discuss and receive feedback on the avatars and address our concerns about the avatars and other changes to Altspace VR.
Well, I fear my audio is going to go shocked at the new avatars. And how's my audio breaking up? Am I
You
still
missed
good?
the first 6 words, but we got the gist of what you were saying, I think, there.
Okay. All right. I'm going to re-enter again. If you could just keep it going.
Sure,
So
sure.
I can't. Ugh.
Okay. Okay. Well, some of us were shocked at the new avatars, and we still mourn the loss of our legs and the robots. Changes are rumored coming this year that might bring improvements to the avatars, including more variety in body shapes. Remember, this is a constantly ongoing process as AltSpace VR evolves and we evolve with it. Still, it's nice to look back and remember once in a while. And in keeping with the holiday spirit, educators in VR, world tours, and news and updates will be hosting another year of holiday storytelling starting December 18th. This is an AltSpace VR community series of events. Get your holiday worlds together to volunteer for some storytelling and consider sharing traditional and original holiday stories yourself.
And the deadlines are December 12th for stories and December 15th for worlds. We're cutting it really close, so sooner is better. Soonerer is betterer. There you go. The theme this year will be international, traditional, and cultural stories as we hope to have them told in their native languages as well. Margie Diamond will be back this year, we hope, for another holiday concert and sing along. So make sure you
Yay.
check the schedule and the educatorsinvr.com website, Discord and Facebook groups for more information, and as well as on the news and updates channels to sign up to participate.
And as usual, we bring you the news from in and around the AltSpace VR community every week and in between. The news you need to know to enjoy this beautiful metaverse that already exists. Join us on our News and Updates Discord for updates and related news that you can use to ensure you keep updated on what's going on within our very own AltSpace VR meta galaxy within the larger and ever growing metaverse.
Yay! Now on to a favorite subject, world building. The World Tours on Wednesday has been exploring holiday and winter worlds to promote the holiday storytelling event that starts December 18th. It has been an amazing experience to revisit new and old worlds, worlds that not only survived the URP update, but several years of updates, as well as new worlds by world builders that continue to push boundaries of world building in AltSpace VR. Thank you for your courage and determination, as well as your amazing creative expression. It's just beautiful.
And thank you for sharing it with us for free. In this corner of the metaverse, you can create as many worlds as you want free of charge, build free of charge, and share freely with everyone. While others are jumping on the pay, greedy bandwagon, we rejoice in your altruistic spirit and beautiful creativity. Thank you.
Yay. Controller free hand tracking now works in the OpenXR Unity apps on the Quest and is now considered a standard API for VR and AR development. It's used by many companies already, and we're hoping many headsets will be embracing it as well. So our dream is that will be available next year in AltSpace VR. The freedom to interact in AltSpace VR without controllers would be wonderful. Wouldn't that be so cool?
Oh,
I can't
that'd be
wait.
awesome.
I'm very excited about that potential that's coming out of Unities with their OpenXR.
We will have to
News of
deal with the middle finger when that happens, though.
oh yes. Yes, indeed. No more of this fake middle finger that we've seen way too many times over the years.
Exactly.
We'll get real middle fingers. Okay. But, I tell my students, so when I'm teaching, I teach my students that when they misbehave, I give them the bird, as we call it in English, the middle finger thing. And they love it. And they actually will do things to try to earn it. And it's very funny. So we can have fun with it. But
Sure
yeah, I'm with
can.
you. See, there's always a downside to these things. All right. News of speaking of malicious. I shouldn't be laughing. Okay. All right. Serious face, serious avatar face here. Oh, news of malicious NPM packages hosting malware are of concern for world builders. You need to pay attention to this stuff, folks. They are hitting programming libraries and repositories. As if they don't have enough to do. They're spending their energy on this
Oh,
stuff. It's ridiculous. This
yeah.
isn't new. but a new series or of ongoing issues in open source and community driven projects where those who create the code aren't protected from themselves. And that is a big problem. Security vulnerabilities are everywhere, and most programmers and coders aren't trained to spot them or even know how to respond. And it's really, really sad that we have to. I make jokes about this, that throughout my life, I've been in situations where I have to learn how to do things that I don't want to learn how to do. And when it comes to programming, I'm now starting to think we need to teach security first, programming second.
True.
It's
Good
really
point.
scary.
Very good point, Laurel. So Dargan brought the latest one of these to our attention as it may indirectly impact MREs, the programming mixed reality extensions used to add functionality and fun features to our worlds. Part of the problem is that the malware promoters are creating files with the same name and same code as the legitimate files, injecting their poison cleverly within the code so it becomes harder and harder to know what to trust. Please, for all our sakes, make sure that the code you use is legal from an authority source and legitimate. Be careful.
This week's hot fix brought fixes to the World's Info button and the World Editor's Diagnostic Panel. Yay! It is likely the last update for the year unless some other major issue is found that impacts world builders. We're looking forward to the new world building features and kits next year and improvements in groups sharing and kit management, along with updates to better keep up with Unity updates and features. If you are using the new groups feature for sharing your kits and things like that, please provide feedback. It needs to get better and easier. So we need to help Altspace. We need that feedback to go back to Altspace.
Speaking of Unity updates, Unity now powers 7% of the top 1,000 mobile games and 50% of all PC and console games. It's competing head on in VR with Unreal Engine, dominating the social VR platform market. More than 2.5 billion people play games with Unity, and 4 to 5 billion devices have Unity powered software on them, running on over 20 different platforms, including mobile, Windows, Mac, and Linux.
There you go. It's Macs, Linux and Mac combined. We're creating new hardware, software thing
There
here.
you go.
Okay, new operating system. It is likely that Unity will be the biggest player in the metaverse, as it already is, without a doubt. We live in proof. Now, a proposal by Forbes magazine columnist this week asked, I just love this, what would happen if Unity opened doors with that made it easy to transfer between platforms and apps instead of relying upon the platforms and apps? Now, think about this. Altspace, there used to be years ago, there used to be a way to move right from Altspace to, well, VR chat came later, but anyway, to there, to High Fidelity and to others, really, really fast and easy. But now that's a little harder. And wouldn't that be cool if that gateway between the platforms was right then and there, built into Unity? Game changer for sure.
Would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be amazing? So I just think of how would that change the concept of the metaverse. So that gave us pause and really something to think about. So I'd love to talk more about that. That'd be so interesting.
Yeah, the only downside for platforms is that that just like websites, they don't want users leaving their platform. So I can see where that could, from a business perspective, could be a problem. I mean, Altspace doesn't want people
Well,
jumping
what's
from Altspace
interesting,
into.
yeah, but what's interesting about that is that websites actually learned that the links bring people back. When you send people away and you make them happy to what you sent them to, they come back for more.
Very good point. That's very
So
true, Laurel.
you never know.
No, you don't. You don't. So don't forget to check out the weekly SDK meetups along with the World Tours team on Wednesday, and Daisy Shaw, and the other educational events and activities in and around world building right here in AltSpace VR.
All right, it is time for me to wait out my, there it is, to wait out my bandwidth. Okay, it's time for our Discord tip of the week. Discord is our back channel, communications tool used by AltSpace VR events and groups across the AltSpace community, and we've got some great news for you. Now, if you look at the top of your Discord app, you'll see where the Discord mascot called Wumpus is playing in the snow, so to speak.
I love
the
that.
icon, the icon.
The icon usually leads you to direct messages, just a little visual treat for the season from the Discord team. You kind of lost connection there for a second, Laurel.
I know. I'm still losing it.
Well, it depends on what sense you mean that in, Laurel. I think she just lost it. She can't respond. So a single Discord server has broken the record for the most members at the same time with 1 million members. It's the Snow Giving 2022 giveaway server by Discord staff. Discord will be supporting charities as part of this, but it's one big party on a single Discord server. One reporter stated that when they arrived, there were almost 130,000 people online on that server. Conversation was impossible as the chat slow mode is set to 30 minutes or more. Clearly not for conversations and fellowship, but a great example of the power of Discord and for a good cause.
Now, what is more exciting is the new feature Discord released this week to enable server owners to charge monthly subscription fees. Yeah, maybe. This premium membership feature allows server owners to charge subscription fees it is one of the most requested features. It's part of the wallet feature that was hinted at by the Discord CEO last month that we've covered, that would have included Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but that was rejected by very strong protests from the community.
Under testing in a few select communities, when available for everyone, just like the discovery and community features, there will be an option for eligible servers to add the premium experience to reward supporters, share exclusives, and get paid. There are ways to do this now, but it involves third-party apps and manual labor. This new feature works like Patreon with tiered perk levels and new analytics on member engagement. Payments will be accepted through Discord, and we are waiting to see how that will work as they continue development.
Now we're there goes my, this little, if you haven't noticed, down in your lower right corner underneath the clock they put that in, I think, for me to check your internet connection. Now it seems to be back in level. So I've missed that over the last few months. Now I have to stare at it. All right. We're very curious to learn if your group or your event server will take advantage of this and what information and access will you add to the different perk levels. We're considering this for Educators in VR because it's a membership organization. So we're really thinking about this seriously. So please let us know. Indeed, this has been an exciting year for Discord development and expansion. We've got the Discord stage, the communities, discovery, the threaded discussions, and now premium memberships. Discord is evolving fast to support our AltSpace VR events, our groups, and our activities.
And I was going to tell you and our audience here, Laurel, that I just finished listening yesterday to a very interesting podcast with the CEO and founder of Discord, Jason Citron. I think the name of the podcast is Web 3.0, but he talks about how he talks about his whole journey to the point where he becomes the CEO of Discord, and what some of the future plans are and all that. But it's very interesting. I'll post it in news and updates.
Thank you.
So, sure. So if you have a tip for us on Discord, or you wish to share your events, worlds, and news with us, join our news and updates Discord. We stream out to Twitch and YouTube weekly, and we love sharing your AltSpace VR news.
All right. AltSpace VR event time.
Yay.
Yeah. Over the past year, more and more people are either coming back or arriving for the first time from other platforms to bring their events to AltSpace VR. It's fascinating to hear them describe their experiences building up events on other platforms to either have the platform shut down or be overrun by trolls. They appreciate the community guidelines and the diversity of AltSpace VR, and let's welcome them and help them make their events a great success.
Remember, if you fall in love with an event and you have moderation experience or you've taken the educators and VR moderation training, consider volunteering to support the event through moderation or in other ways. We love our events community here and we welcome newcomers all the time. Let's really make them feel welcome.
And speaking of newer events, the Parents Living with Autism meetup is tomorrow here in AltSpace VR, bringing together parents struggling with the challenges. This group focuses on ABA therapy, applied behavior analysis, that is found to be one of the many successful treatments for behavior modification, not just for autism, for other things as well. But what a great support group. Remember, these are not professional consultations, but support groups. In support, we love our support groups. They are so welcome for those in need here in AltSpace VR.
So true. Late Night with You on Sunday is another outstanding program with the We Are Improv VR team. They interview someone from the audience to introduce them to our community and hear their stories. It's a great way to get to know people and build our community.
Tuesday, Educators in VR is hosting an open discussion to discuss the immersive social metaverse, pros, cons, and how the metaverse will not just be fueled by commerce, because that's what it feels like, isn't it? It's about greed, 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 but how we will engage socially to form new tribes that cross borders physically and politically to build stronger relationships and learn and grow from each other. I find more value in that than paying for crap. It's we got enough crap in our lives. Let's make the people our fertilizer, not the junk. Anyway, that's my soapbox.
Love
It's
it.
it's about sharing our passions, not just shopping at the virtual mega mall. So please come join us in the conversation on Tuesday.
Sounds like a really interesting event, Laurel.
I
Very
think it will be.
interesting. I do too. So, is it Babs or Babes? Babes?
I don't know.
Okay.
Babs,
Well, Babs
I
or
guess.
Babes is one of many in AltSpace VR celebrating the holidays with their 12 days of Christmas countdown events, celebrating the AltSpace VR community and family. What a great idea for an event.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday, I'm so excited about this. The creative writing team is bringing the AltSpace VR community an hour of holiday storytelling, featuring original stories from around the world. It is the start of our holiday storytelling festival of events. The rest begin December 18th and run through the 24th. Don't miss out.
That's going to be wonderful, Laurel. That's going to be really cool.
I love it.
Our buddy Chuck of Health Systems Chat is now SciTech Chat and is hosting another great conversational event from the virtual world of the University of Chicago Quadrangle, exploring the social neuroscience of social virtual reality. That sounds really interesting too. He will be discussing the theories of social aspects of VR and beyond. Check that out on Wednesday. That sounds like a nice follow-up to the Educators in VR event on Tuesday.
It does. It does. I have something else going on at that time, so I'm trying to rearrange my schedule so I could be there. He has some really fascinating discussions. Simulation on Thursday continues their discussions about the Matrix Revolutions movie and the Matrix trilogy. Now, I just want to tell you on a side note, our producer Mark, as you can tell from the slide, loves the Matrix. This was not what the slide was supposed to be. There he is. He's dancing up there behind everybody's head. No, yeah. He went overboard on this one.
Well,
We
it
love
looked
it.
like he even tapped his foot, but it was his hand. His hand fell
Yes,
down.
yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you, Mark. We love it when you share your passions. Drop in at the Simulation Nation to share your thoughts on the finale to the movie series. And if you see, and what I'm interested in is many people think this is like prophecy. The Matrix is like predicting our future, and looking at where we're heading with the metaverse and technology and the apocalypse that it may bring. Well, maybe, maybe not, but we're going to leave that up to your imagination and to that show.
Yep. And to human beings, it's all in the hands of what we do with it, right, Laurel?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't that where we just started the show? Absolutely.
So if you haven't experienced the weekly barbecue social in AltSpace VR that's been going on since 2018 or longer, check it out. Hosted now by Henry and Matt, this is the social event of the week for people to hang out on Friday and get a chance to check in with everyone in the AltSpace VR community. They're getting ready for their holiday parties coming up, so don't miss out.
As mentioned, these are just a few of the highlights. Many, trust me, we cannot keep up with them all.
That's for sure. So check out the channels to find the events to tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit.
Can you keep going, please?
Sure, sure. And if you don't see something that interests you, start your own event and let us know about it by posting it on the News and Updates Discord. We love sharing your events here. We do our best to bring you the highlights from this ever growing community. And we are so glad that you're here to share it with us.
Yay!
Drum roll. I love this part. Oh, I love it.
Oh, wonderful. We talked last week about what you may have picked up during Black Friday. What you may have purchased during Black Friday and holiday sales to satisfy your VR cravings. And this week, we really want to go deeper. We want to explore what's on your shopping list from the all-powerful, all-knowing VR Santa.
Here's a little history on the Oculus One now with the news that it is nearing its end of life. Launched in 2019, it disrupted the VR world. The Oculus Quest 2 arrived in 2020, and at that time, Oculus Meta announced that the Quest 1 would no longer be made after September of 2020. The Oculus Rift ended in spring this year, so it's likely that with the announcement that support in Horizon Worlds ending for Quest 1 in January, it's likely that all support will end within a few months, maybe a year. Remember the go. So it is time to consider a new headset as technology marches on.
It stomps on. That's what it's doing. It's stomping on. So what about controllers? So not just headsets, controllers, special accessories. We heard about some last week. What are you looking for Santa to bring you? And what about games and apps, Unity kits and templates? What's on your holiday VR wish list? I know that those Lady Gaga stuff and Beat Saber is definitely on my list. So hit the raise hand button in the lower right hand corner, and we would love to hear what are you waiting for Santa to bring you to help support your VR habit this Christmas holiday, this holiday season. All right, Karen.
Okay, Paul, you are up and you have the megaphone.
Well, as I've seen, there's a new docking station for the hand controllers.
Ooh,
You don't have to use the batteries anymore from for Quest.
ooh.
The docking station about yay big, and you just put your controllers in, and it charges the controllers.
Interesting.
And it'll hold your headset and everything too.
I'm not sure about the headset. I know it does the controllers.
Yeah, we're getting somebody behind us nodding and nodding his head.
And
Yeah.
I think it's
Brilliant.
I think the price is around like $99.
Woo!
Wow.
No,
That's
Sandy says
exciting
no, so I
news.
don't know. But anyway, awesome. Excellent. No,
Oh,
I
I
go
saw it on
through
Best Buy for
batteries.
$9.
Yeah, well, I go through batteries like water. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It was worse. It's bad with my Windows Mixed Reality. It's terrible with the Quest. I get a little bit more on the Quest, but it's really toxic. So having that ability to recharge is wonderful. I love that.
Sure
Great
is.
thing on the list. Good one.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Okay, Lance, you're up next, and you almost came in first, but Paul beat you by like a split second. So here you go, Lance. You have the
That's
megaphone.
fine by me. Well, I won't lie. A couple of days ago, even though I've been sick and stuff, haven't been getting on VR as much. One side of my strap almost broke, so for my on my list, it would be maybe a brand new like strap and stuff. But I'd love a new controller that doesn't make me, constantly spin stuff.
Oh,
So, but other than
practical
that,
items.
that's all. And I would love the chargeable thing. Oh my gosh, I could do batteries like
Yeah,
crazy.
that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, so I got 3 things on my list. Will I see it? I don't know. So
We'll see.
Well,
Well,
you need to make your family aware of your list there, Lance.
oh no,
yeah,
they
and
know. They know.
we just heard from Leslie Faye. I assume that she is watching the YouTube stream. She says that she's getting We're focusing on VR stuff, Leslie. She says I'm getting people bath stuff. And trail money, whatever that is. Okay. Anyway, but she had to get new controllers, and so she now wants to get rechargeable batteries. So you're not alone. The rechargeable batteries, you started something, Paul. That's something I think we all need, and it's good for the environment too. Rechargeable batteries as well as easy recharging stations, I think are brilliant, and
Oh yeah.
controller fixes for Lance's controllers.
There we go.
Yay,
Oh,
Leslie
okay.
Faye.
Up next is Marcia. Marcia, you're up next. So you have the megaphone. Whoops, hang on. You just moved over to the other side. There we go.
Can you hear
Marcia,
me?
you got the megaphone. Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, for a Christmas present for everybody that has twirling controllers, I just had that experience and I bought myself some WD-40 contact cleaner, sprayed it on, did my job, and my controllers are working perfect. So everybody should have a stocking stuffer with WD-40 contact cleaner for twirling controllers.
Yay.
Love
So
it, love it, love
let's
it.
be more specific. How do you use it? You don't just
You
spray
get
your
it?
whole controller.
No,
I can
you-
just see somebody coating the whole thing.
No, comes with a little red tube.
Mhm.
Try to do it outside if you can because it's not very pleasant to smell. But try to do it outside. And I've been informed you should wear gloves because you
Mhm.
don't want it on your skin. But you
Mhm.
just spray the brown part, the part that twirls your your circle. You know your circle that makes you go round,
Mhm.
and you just spray it and then you twirl your thumb around it, and you wait for it to dry about 15, 20 minutes. And you go back online and you are fine.
Yay.
Oh, that's a good tip, Marcia. Thank you.
Excellent. And the same
Great
thing
stocking
applies.
stuffer.
Yeah, if you leave the batteries in, which I have because because this is my job, I spend a little too much time in. So my um battery
Whoop.
and you oops, battery am I
Whoop.
back?
Her
Okay,
batteries are
battery
You're back.
corrosion.
You're back.
Yeah, really, it's my internet. So a little WD-40 can also help clean off the battery acid and stuff on your controllers, just on the little connections for the batteries.
Now
So
this is
that's a good thing too.
WD-40 contact cleaner, not regular
Aha.
WD-40.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I'm
Good
WD-40
point.
Electrical
contact.
contact cleaner. Right.
Okay,
Excellent.
electrical. All right, I'm writing it down as we speak. Great. Thank you for that tip. That's wonderful. Okay, next up is Stands with Trees, aka Matthew. But before I give you the megaphone, Matthew, I want to let everybody know here that today is Matthew's birthday. So can we all send up some hearts, some emojis for Matthew? Happy
Yay.
birthday, Matthew. And you have the megaphone, my friend.
Okay, thanks, Karen, and thanks for the birthday wishes. So I just wanted to add something that is definitely on my holiday list this year for VR is a cable harness. A cable harness for my Reverb G2 because I find that when I'm in the room there on the machine, the cable is on the floor and dangerously close to the wheels of my wheelchair. So I want a cable harness so that I can put the cable up on the ceiling.
Great
Do you live it?
idea.
Can you put a hole in the ceiling where you live?
I'm afraid that the landlord would said about that, but possibly.
Of so a friend of mine found a couple years ago found some old. You can probably buy them anywhere, but some old hospital IV uh, holders. You know where you have the IV that goes in your arm. Whatever's that called? The IV bags.
Uh-huh.
What are those called? IV bag holders. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they picked them up for like $2 each. That was several years ago, but they were used and in the end, and they used it to hook up their to prop up their cable off the floor, and it worked just. They put a sandbag down on the base of it so it wouldn't tip because cables, you're putting stress on it. But it
Okay.
of sand
Interesting.
and or you could do some weights or something like that could have worked, but
Oh, you just went
really
out
not.
again, Laurel. Okay. Um, all right. So next up, our last person up here, unless someone else raises their hand, is Sandy 64. Sandy 64, you have the megaphone.
Hello, hello. I want to
Hello,
answer your
Sandy.
question. I have the controller and the headset rechargeable station, but I did not get it from Oculus. I got it from Amazon. It's very cool. It lights up as soon as you plug in your headset and you put your chargers in, and it lights up left, right, and it is a rechargeable battery. And I got it for like $29
Oh,
on Amazon, or $39, something like that on Amazon. Oh, they have them out
Cool.
there. It's not $99. So I mean, you want to get the $99 one, go for it. But it's mine is
Hey,
awesome. I just
yeah,
lock
the
it in there.
$9 one may have some other features in there too, but awesome.
Yeah,
well, thanks
figure
for
that out
sharing
too. And
that.
then also my birthday wish, I mean Christmas wish, is I am a chef, and I have been trying to set up my world, but there are no applications or objects or figurines, whatever you want to call them, so that I can make my world a restaurant. I want to do a
Oh,
disco restaurant,
There's
and
tons of them
I
here in
can't find it.
AltSpace. Well, there's tons in AltSpace. So,
You
in
mean the
fact,
kits for just restaurant?
no, I'm talking about the restaurants themselves. um, yeah, well, it's beyond the scope of the show because we need to close it down. But uh, the people have been making restaurants and nightclubs and all variations on a theme and doing cooking shows, including we
Mm.
used to have a regular cooking show in here where someone actually set up a whole kitchen and then streamed in live cooking shows like every Sunday or something,
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, it's been going on for ages, so there's ways around everything.
Oh well, how would I go by finding the kits
No, it's
so
you
that I
don't
can?
even need a kit. You don't There's no kit to need. You can do it without a kit. Depends on what you want to do, but you can talk to there's a in the Altspace VR Discord. Well, first thing I would do
Mm,
is I would search through Altspace events and I would try to find the cooking shows.
okay.
A lot of them
Okay.
are on hold right now because of the holidays, but you can find past ones, find the people who did them, and try to track them down through the Altspace VR Discord. And then
Okay.
if you need help with world building, go into the Altspace VR's Discord, and there is a place to look for world. It's WB volunteers for world building volunteers. So what you may need to do may not involve a kit. So,
Okay.
but no. So we had Don from A Thing in a Place, and from We Are Improv. He has built. Oh God, how many? Karen, do you remember? He built
Oh, a
Olive
lot.
Garden. It was a takeoff restaurant on you know what, and he built a regular one with a nightclub. He built an outer
That's what I wanna
space
do.
one. He built like 6, 7 versions. I don't remember now. 6 versions of his Olive Garden, and for a couple years, that's all he was doing was building restaurant stuff based on that a theme. He's amazing at it. So, and he was using this is before we had MREs and everything. He was building them. So
Mhm.
you can do all kinds of fun things, but check out what other people have done and then make it your own.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sandy. And next is, and forgive me if I mispronounce your name, it's Jay Cujo. And let me give you the
Jacuja?
megaphone. And
Coco?
you're up.
Anybody hears me? Everybody hear me?
We all hear
We
you.
do.
Yes. My wish list. This is like wishful thinking, or just
It's what's on your virtual Santa VR wish list. What would you ask your virtual
when
Santa?
what I would ask first was Santa that even in my neighborhood or even the big cities that they have a Oculus Quest maintenance shop where you could just go in there for $20 or $30,
Amen.
and then you just hand
Ah,
over your Quest. But you can still lock up your Quest, but they just go in there and they clean it and go into the mechanics of it, the joystick with the drifting, all of that. Just get it nice and polished and my everything, and then they give it back to me. Like
Yeah,
taking it to the
the new
cleaners.
I think those are going
oh,
to be
that would be
coming because of the
wonderful.
new laws for rights to repair, the right of repair. Those may be
Mhm.
coming. Start your own. You be the
There
first
it
on your
is.
block.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oculus
What
Quest
else?
Car Wash Center.
I love it.
There you go.
And pretty much and a haptic. I would like to have a whole haptic outfit, the whole haptic chest,
Ooh.
Oh,
the
wouldn't
chest,
that be
the
nice?
the ankles and the wrists. Yes, I want all that. Yes, I need all that.
Ah,
That's it.
Yay. That's cool. Love it.
that
Great
is
list. Yeah, if you want
very
to go
good
into
list.
if you want to do a startup, a VR headset, repair and maintenance, those are going to
Hmm.
be popping up all over. Be the first in your community to
Right.
start one. Truly,
Right.
with
And
right
I
to
j- and I
repair, it'll be good.
yep. I guess you'll be the first one on the list, huh? You waiting for me to
You
open up.
bet.
I'll be second on your list.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. I'm tired of throwing mine in the dishwasher. Okay. We actually had people used to do that, but anyway, another different story. All right. Do we have anybody else
We
left,
do.
Karen?
We have one
Okay,
last
more.
person, and it's man like saint, man like st. You're up, man like saint. You have the
Hey,
megaphone.
for me, I'm really excited. Well, I'd love to have
Steph.
NFT
Now you
integration.
like Steph. Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to
Oh,
have
okay.
NFT integration and all of the crypto integration into these sort of worlds and whole Web 3.0 and the seamless integration between all applications. That's what I'm really excited for and hoping
Okay.
will come soon.
Well, yeah, it's already here in other worlds, not in Altspace. There's some definite resistance in Altspace for a variety of reasons, but it's all over the rest of the world. Cool.
Actually, there's a group called, I think it's NFT Oasis, and they have meetings in here. So
Yeah.
you might want to Google that and check it out. Not Google it. I mean, you
Oasis.
might want to search for it and check it out.
That's cool.
We've had
Thank you.
cryptocurrency
Sure.
events here in Altspace since the very first days. There's been meetups and
Yes.
things
I
going
can
on. It's
imagine.
been really, and so there's a ton of groups that are doing some fun things with it. But right now, if it's done kind of third party. I'm not,
Mhm.
we'll see what
Makes
happens
sense.
next year with Microsoft.
Okay, and
Thank you.
that's
Thank
it,
you.
Laurel.
That's it. All right, Karen, what's on your list?
Oh, right now I need So when I can't sleep, I listen to podcasts. So I have this long 5-foot cord for my phone, and then it travels with me if I flip over to the other side. Well, last night I think the cord's bad. So right now that's the only thing I can think about is getting a new cable. I'll have something a little more creative next
A
week.
little
but
more,
right now that's
VR, VR
this is
thing.
this
Yeah,
is a practical thing.
yeah, I understand that. I
How
try to
about you,
charge
Lorel?
mine.
What's on your list?
Oh, so many. Mostly apps. I want to explore more apps and things this year. So I'm looking at those and Unity goodies. So I'm looking at some possibly more kit items and odds and ends and stuff. We'll see. We'll see. All on the list. All right. Thank you
Okay.
all for this week's news and updates. And truck stops are the best place to buy. And unless you want to go to, if you have one near you, to buy really good long cables. This is it's true. I get my best cables from truck stops. I used to travel 5 to 7 months out of the year, and I discovered that little secret. That's all for this week's
truck stop.
yeah, this week's news and updates. Thank you for joining us here every week and celebrating the 4th year of news and updates.
When news you need to know happens, we share it in our news and updates Discord so you get the news through the clutter of information. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channels so others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace.
And thank you for being here. We do this for you for free. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help keep our community going and provide you with the news you need to know.
Thank you for being here every week to share the latest updates from around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities. This is a labor of love, and we do it for you. We love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderators, and help us put the show together every week.
If you would like to join our news and updates team, we want you. So come see us after the show. We'll be here for just a few minutes, and then we're heading to Stands with Trees birthday party. If you want to join us, we'll be going. So we need every kind of volunteer position you could need, and we're going to be changing things up next year. So you want to be a part of this. It's a great way to learn how to do your own events. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it.
Thanks to all of our news and updates volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. We love you guys.
Thank you, Karen.